Guys, wanted to let you know this is my first time at the gym since my surgery. I'm on the treadmill. Not going very fast, but I'm trying to go for distance. I'm at 2.3. I'm hurting a little bit, but as I said, it's my first day here. I'm ready to focus on getting my steps in, bringing my weight down, and continue the weight loss. This morning I stepped on the scale. I am 302.5. My goal was to be under 300 by tomorrow morning, period. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. Why tomorrow is the goal? Because that's my second follow-up with my surgeon. And I think I would just be so proud of myself if I could get under 300. I'll be back in the 200s again for the first time in like 2 years. So looking forward to that when it does happen. I'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I'm going to try to walk approximately 2 to 3 miles, depending on how much time I have. At this rate, I'll probably be here for 4 hours. So anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, it's Tina. I haven't updated in a long time. I don't think it's been since my surgery that I've actually updated. I am now, let's see, 23 days post-op. I've had some difficulties, had some good things. A lot of people have been asking, oh wow, you look great, how are you losing all your weight? And I haven't told hardly anyone that I've had the surgery. So many of the things that I have been telling people are simple things like, oh yeah, I appreciate that you noticed, and I've just been working with my doctor, because it's none of their business. I don't want to hear the judgmental words that I know that they're going to say. I don't want the judgmental looks like, oh, why couldn't you do it on your own? And what's wrong with you? You know, you're losing all this weight. Why couldn't you do it without the surgery? And all it takes is focus. And sorry, there's some people in the background talking. They just came out of my son's school. It's just not something I wanted to deal with. So I look at it like this: my body, my choice. If I want to tell you I had the surgery, I'll tell you. If I don't, I won't. Let's see, since surgery went very well. I mean, remarkably well. Super easy time with the surgery. Came out of surgery very well. My incisions look great. The only issues I had while I was in the hospital was that I had some issues with not being able to keep anything down. Anytime I had put a piece of ice in my mouth to keep it moist, I ended up yakking once it melted. So the nausea, it was very painful. After a few hours, it finally calmed down. They were giving me medicine through my IV. I stayed a couple extra nights because my pain and nausea were not under control at first, and then my O2 levels kept dropping, and they really wanted to keep me for observation. After the third night, I was like, we can't stay anymore. We don't have anyone to take our son to school in the morning, so we didn't plan that well for emergencies. But I came home, I survived. I went into surgery crying. As soon as the nurse put the IV in, it kind of hit home that it was really, really going to happen. I bawled, like obnoxiously bawled, the entire time I was being wheeled into the OR, while I was in the OR, until they pulled me by the sheet and transferred me from the hospital bed onto the OR table. the nurses and the staff and my surgeon and my anesthesiologist were super supportive, telling me, you know, Tina, you made the right decision. And you know, they'd asked me why I was crying, and I was like, well, you know, I just can't believe that I feel like I'm such a pathetic person for not being able to control myself and not have control over my food, and I'm having to have weight loss surgery again in my life. So I said I'm embarrassed, I feel less than, and they, like I said, they were just super supportive. So grateful for that. I don't remember waking up from the surgery. I don't even remember being put out for the surgery. Just remember crying and closing my eyes and trying to calm down, and next thing I know, I'm awake in a hospital bed, and things were okay. I did some sips of water at first, and things were going well. I got up and walked around. My nurses were rock stars, walking with me, making laps around the floor. The CNAs were amazing, helping me make sure that I had plenty of fresh ice anytime it melted, because it sat there for a long time. They kept my pain under control. They kept the nausea under control once I started to experience it. I will tell you this, I had my first hospital bath, and it was kind of funny because I wasn't expecting it. I was, well, we're moving forward in our pickup line. I wasn't expecting it because I was, I believe, like on my 3rd day, and I thought maybe I was going to be able to have, are we pulling forward? Maybe not. When she said if I want a bath, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want a bath, because I was thinking she was going to walk me into the bathroom and help me take a shower and make sure I didn't fall down. No, I had an actual factual bath like the nurses give you, and I'd never had one before. I'd only ever seen one on TV performed, where they like scrub them, you know, on their bed, and it was just like, it was embarrassing for me. I was like, oh my god, I had no idea, and I just kept profusely apologizing to the poor little CNA, because I was thinking, oh my god, she has to see everything. So she cleaned everything, and of course she had me roll this way and roll that way, and it was not very comfortable. Like I said, I was expecting it more to be oh, we are moving, of a shower, and just making sure I didn't fall while I was in the shower. Didn't happen. It was an actual sponge bath kind of thing, which was fine. I had a great follow-up visit. Told me to make sure I wasn't overdoing it, because I had been. I got home and I was doing laundry, and I was sweeping and mopping, and I was doing dishes, and I went, and he was like, so how you feeling? I'm like, oh, I'm really sore. And he was like, okay, what are you doing? And I told him, and he's like, well, you're sore because you're not supposed to be doing all that yet. You just had major surgery. You shouldn't be doing that. So I said, okay. He said I couldn't lift anything over 5 pounds. I couldn't be doing the bending and the stooping and the pushing and the pulling and everything we're told, and I didn't listen. So listen to your doctor. It's there for a reason. Yeah. My incisions, like I said, are very healed. There's only been a few issues where I've had heartburn for the first time in my life. I want to say it was exactly 2 weeks out, my first time. I had drank some Crystal Light lemonade for the first time post-op. Oh my lord, I've never had heartburn in my life ever, not even being pregnant, and all I could say was, holy cow, I never wanted it again. It felt like acid was coming up into my mouth, and it was a burning sensation. I couldn't get rid of it, no matter how much I gargled with water, how much I took my omeprazole, didn't matter. So I ended up that first night sleeping on the couch, sitting up, and that seemed to help, because anytime I went to even lean to the side, I could feel that acid coming right back up. I experienced it again that following Friday, so it was just last Friday. Felt like this heartburny sensation, like this you know, unsettled stomach, and my esophagus felt kind of awkward and weird, and I turned my car off. I'm like, okay, last time I ended up sleeping on the couch sitting up so that I wouldn't have the acid going down. So I fell asleep again on the couch sitting up. Violently woke up at 4 a.m. on Saturday, throwing up like uncontrollably. It was yellow, frothy vomit. Yuck. There was no food to it because I'm still on a liquid diet at that point. But I couldn't stop throwing up, and I'm not like someone who throws up like, ugh. No, I'm kind of loud and boisterous with it, and it's not on purpose, but that's just how I throw up. Woke up my son. He's concerned because he knows I had surgery. 40 minutes later, I'm still throwing up. My husband finally wakes up and he's like, so are you okay? And I'm like, no, I've been throwing up for 40 minutes. You know, thanks for asking. But you know, he was concerned, and he was like, well, you know, if you need me to stay home from work today, I will. And I was like, no, I think I got it, because my son had his baseball tryouts that morning. So I couldn't stop, and I posted on, I think it's Gastric Sleeve Support Facebook page, and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's, you know, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning at this point. I can't stop throwing up. And then Bray's like, you know, use your brain, call your doctor. And I was like, okay. So I did, called the doctor. The after hours service had one of the on-call doctors call me back. He told me to take some Tums, and if I persisted in vomiting, to go to the nearest ER, and he would meet me there. So, took some Tums. I vomited a couple more times. I probably should have gone in, but I didn't, because I just didn't want to go, and I knew my son had baseball tryouts, and it was only a one-time thing, and so I didn't want to miss that, didn't want him to miss that, so I toughed it out. I napped for a little bit, slept for about an hour and a half on the couch sitting up, but didn't throw up again since then, and I have been religiously taking my omeprazole, like, totally on schedule, because I don't want to experience heartburn ever again. I didn't want to experience it the second time, but it's pretty cool that it's going on. But I feel like I'm making a great recovery. I'm super excited to say that I got on the scale this morning, and I'm going to post some pictures, almost like a collage, in this video somewhere when I'm editing it, to let you know how things have been going. 'Cause I've been taking pictures, doing measurements, getting on the scale at home. I am down a total of 53 pounds. That does include my pre-op, so don't get all freaked out if you had surgery around the same time and you haven't lost as much, because that's a total amount. It's not just since surgery. My goal is to be under 300 pounds by my 1 month post-op. However, that being said, today is Wednesday. My next appointment is tomorrow, Thursday. I don't know that I could make that goal at my doctor's office, so my hope is to have it by Monday, the 6th of March, to actually be under 300, and I'll feel happier. But other than that, things are good. Drinking my shakes, sneaking bites of food in when I'm cooking for my family, like I'm not supposed to be, but had a bite of ground beef, stayed down, had a couple of bites of pulled pork, because I made pulled pork barbecue sandwiches for my family for dinner one night. I took a bite of, what was it? Oh, macaroni and cheese, literally one noodle. Just here and there, things that, you know, I didn't want to have to be eating at this point, but, you know, when you are not getting a lot of calories, you feel like, you know, one bite's not going to hurt me, and what's it going to do, boost my energy? Oh well. Yeah, don't have the food police leave a million comments, because I know better, and I'm not going to do it as often. Let's see. Just excited to see the surgeon tomorrow and see if I can get under, and I will let you know if he's released me to start working out yet or not. I kind of doubt it, because my calories aren't as high as he wants me to have them. He told me he wants them around 800, which I am thinking there's no way that I'm going to be near 800 yet. But I did go to the gym this morning for the first time. I didn't do anything strenuous, just walked at a very slow pace on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then upped it to 2.3, no incline. I walked for a total of 40 minutes. I got off there, went, sat down in my car, drank some water, relaxed, played on Facebook, did some texting, was debating whether I should go back in and walk some more, but this nagging feeling that it was enough and I didn't want to push it, so I'll just go back tomorrow morning after the doctor. So now that you guys are up to date on everything, and I don't want to keep this too long, like I said, I got a lot to edit. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your minute, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye, guys.